Hello, welcome back to my cooking blog, A Taste of Thai More, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I will show you how to make tom yum. I call this tom yum 101 because it's the basic, simplest tom yum soup base you can ever make, but it's still tasty. Tom is Thai for boiling process. Yum is Thai spicy salad actually, but tom yum is the spicy and sour soup. Start with the base. I make my own soup. I make my own broth with chicken bones and pork bones. I usually have pork shoulder bones in the freezer. So I use the two combined and add some garlic and little ginger and boil it for hours, and then put in the container in the fridge overnight. The next day you will have the fat portion floating on the top, so you kind of scrape that off so less fat, and then put it through the sieve for clear broth. And that's how I make my broth. But I know that's quite a long process, and store-bought is fine. I sometimes use store-bought that very convenient, very good. And also up to your taste, the sodium level, and you can also use vegetable broth. For today, I'm gonna make a recipe for 2 to 3 people. I have chicken broth in here to 3.5 cups. And the 3 things we add to the broth: garlic, peel, and smashed. I use a lot of garlic because I like garlic. About this is a little bit of the medium size. Give the skin. I keep the broth on medium-high heat. Keep it boiling. That's why we call it tom. It's always in the boiling status with the broth. Smash that one. The soup bed is very herbal. We have spices in there that keep aromatic smell and taste, and it's very healthy. That's 3 cloves of garlic, onion, just cut into strips, about half a cup of cut up white onion. Peel off the skin and cut into bite-sized strips. Not too thick and not too thin either, because then you don't get that texture in the soup. That's about half a cup of onion. Now the Thai bird chili. Nowadays restaurants offer you not spicy soup because more customers like the soup, but they don't always like it spicy. But I'm Thai and I eat spicy, so I'm gonna use 2 of the Thai bird chili. Take the stem off and cut them diagonally. Put in the soup base. Keep this in medium-high so they keep boiling. I'm gonna use chicken for the soup. It's the basic, but you can also use shrimp or seafood. Mix up some seafood, it's pretty good. I'm gonna cut up chicken breast. 1 large chicken breast would give you about a cup and a half. Trim the fat and the cartilage out of the chicken breast. You can start smelling the onion, garlic, and some of the chili in there. When the chili starts cooking, it doesn't make it that spicy, but you get the hint of the spicy. And if you like it very spicy, you put more. But in the meantime, be careful not to overwhelm the spiciness to the soup, then you don't taste all the good flavor, savory and good stuff in there. And it's not a good meal to eat too spicy. And it can hurt your stomach. And trim all the fat and the cartilage out. I'm gonna cut into about half an inch thick pieces. For the recipe, go to my cooking blog, A Taste of Thai and More, and you can also click on the link under the video. And there is a section that shows next levels. That's how you add up the tom yum from the basics to and make into your favorite. Add more of other stuff for deeper flavor. Okay, I have here about 1.5 cups of the chicken breast. Stir, break them up. Let them cook for about 2 minutes until they turn white and halfway cooked. Keep it under medium high. Don't use too high heat for the poultry because they turn too hard and chewy. So get rid of these. Wash my hands. I'm waiting for the chicken breast to cook and the liquid come back to boil. I'll clean up some of these mess in here. It's coming back to the boil. Then we're gonna need the traditional use white mushroom. I had wipe clean with paper towel. Some restaurants serve it with the stem on, but I'm paranoid about the dirt and the contamination from farms anymore. So I pulled the stem off and quarter. About 1.5 cups of mushroom. But you can adjust the amount of the meat and the vegetable to your taste. You can have less meat, more vegetable for healthier eating. Have this white button mushroom. 1.5 cups. Get the dirt out. Water. Another one more, that should be enough. Okay. Waiting for the soup to come back to a boil. Then tomatoes. I use Roma tomatoes, got good flavor. Pick some firm one because you don't want the mushy tomato, and then when you put in the soup and cook it for a couple minutes, you can get all mushy and doesn't taste good that way. I quarter it and then cut in the bite size. About 2 small ones. These have been cleaned and dried off with paper towel. I use about 1 cup of tomatoes. That should be enough. The soup is back to boil and the chicken look cooked halfway. Add the mushrooms and the tomatoes. All goes in there. Stir it up. You think it's very simple, but when you eat it, it's very tasty and very satisfying. It's good for appetizer, good for some cold day or when you have a cold. Wait for that to come back to boil. I'm using this wok today so you can see from the camera, but otherwise you can use the soup pot, deep pot. And then we will need thin soy sauce, my soy sauce. But if you use fish sauce, use the fish sauce. Then we need lime juice, the green one. Freshly squeezed lime juice tastes much better than the bottle one. Much better. Freshly squeezed. This will be coming back to the boil. Don't overcook the vegetables. You don't want mushy vegetable in your soup. Coming back about 2 minutes. Let it come back to the boil. A little bit more. Make sure the mushroom is cooked. We don't want raw mushroom. Okay, we need 2 tablespoons for this ratio of thin soy sauce or fish sauce. 1. But if you use different broth, low sodium broth, you have to adjust the amount of the thin soy sauce to the taste. Then same amount of the lime juice, 2 tablespoons. They need to be salty and sour with the balance of both taste, flavor. It's a well-balanced soup. But this ratio is perfect. Now, while we're waiting, let's mix it up. All the flavors go to everything. For the topping, herbs, green onion, and cilantro. Add as much as you like. I'm using stem and everything, both white part and green part of the green onion. Although my daughter doesn't eat green onion, for some reason it gives her headache. So I will top her with the cilantro, and she loves cilantro. That is perfect. Cilantro is very aromatic and flavorful in the soup. Make big difference to the soup. And if you ask me if you can do substitute the coriander with parsley, I say no. Thai people don't use parsley for the Thai food anyway. Okay, let's come to the board. Let me taste. That's fantastic. Turn off the heat. Now we're gonna serve in a little bowl. Have everything in there. The tomatoes are still in the shape, not mushy. The mushroom is cooked through and still got the texture. The chicken is perfectly cooked. Got a little bit of everything in there. A little more. I like tomatoes. Now we top with coriander and green onion. And if you like the white pepper, sprinkle ground white pepper on top and enjoy. Here's the basic Tom Yum 101. If you want to make it more complicated for deeper flavor, some people like it a little creamy, add some whole milk, or for richer, add heavy cream. If you add coconut milk, that's another kind of Tom Yum. It's called Tom Kha. Kha is galangal, so that is Tom Yum with galangal added to this. The detail is provided in my cooking blog. Then, if you like it deeper, sweeter, and more color, the chili paste is added. At least a teaspoon to 1 tablespoon, or add it up to your taste to adjust it as you go along. So, I will see you next time. Enjoy your Tom Yum. Goodbye.